when you guys started out with a 15-play, 75-yard drive, took over 8 minutes off the clock. You take us through the game plan, which definitely worked early, and then why did maybe you guys got away from it?
Our plan was to come out, start fast. I mean, like every game. I feel like we had some great play calling at the beginning of the game that helped us get downfield and score. We came out playing fast, so we just got to keep that up.
Questions? Right in front, Travis.
I know at times this season the wide receivers have had a lack of maybe the explosive player, the big catcher going a little bit above and beyond. Knowing you had 2 big catches on that first drive, kind of what was clicking for you today? That were you seeing the ball well, or what was clicking for you today?
We've been working on getting the ball downfield at practice, staying after practice, make sure we get our passes down, and just having good connection and everything with the quarterback.
To the left side is Zach.
Quartney, would you say, compared to the secondaries that you've faced so far this year, this was the most physical? I mean, where does it stack up in that regard?
They said the first part again?
As far as compared to the defenses that you guys have already faced, the secondaries you've already gone up against, was this the most physical you've faced so far this year?
They were really good at secondary. I wouldn't say the most physical team. They didn't really get hands on us too much, like a couple other teams did, but they were really good secondary.
Stay on the left side with Justin.
According to the other offenses, is that explosive, you're trying to match points, right? How hard was it and how tough was it to go? That you had 4 3-and-outs on the day. You know, you just can't afford that to happen. So how disappointing is that?
I feel like they had a lot of good field position coming on special teams, which they capitalized on. They were able to get a lot of points, winning the field position. But you just come out, help to score, do everything you can to score. So.
Go back to TV row.
Quartney, when you think about this season as a whole, how much of the fact that you guys have had the tough schedule that you had to this point and that you faced 2 number 1 teams already, how much does that come into play in terms of how you look at your season to this point?
We have a great understanding that our season isn't over. We got tons of other great games to play. It's exciting. I like the competition. I think I found out that Alabama was number 1 again. So then Coach Fish told us like after today that we played number 1 team twice. So it's exciting, but we still got another couple good opponents to play, and we just got to finish strong.
In the middle to Brent.
Does it make it a little more difficult for y'all as receivers when y'all are failing to establish the running game? In other words, getting the running game established, but you're not able to do that, and so essentially you're just turning to the passing game at that point?
We try to feed off each other. Unfortunately, we couldn't get the running game going, but we just try to feed off the running game or feed off the passing game, and whichever one pops, that's what we go with.
Is that covered for Quartney? All right.